So just remember, if you don't give yourself enough opportunities to fail, you'll never find an opportunity to succeed. Meaning, if you don't take enough action and you don't take advantage of the opportunities that life presents to you, you'll never find the right opportunity that will convert into getting what you want. So whichever area of life that may be for you, in your career, in business, in dating, in socializing, making friends, in building your physique, going to the gym, you have to put in the reps consistently for long enough to build the skill set for you to be equipped with what you need to get the results that you want. Perfect example is sales, right? I've been working in sales for the last 10 years, right? And I've done cold calling, I've done direct sales, I've been in a space where I've had to put myself out there, reach out to people, do sales calls, and, you know, along the way face a lot of rejection. But what I learned is the more phone calls I had, the more conversations I was having to share my product or service, the closer I was getting to converting a sale. And through that, facing a lot of rejection, having a lot of people tell me no, having a lot of people, you know, tell me it's not a good fit for them, or it's, you know, they're not interested or whatever. But then eventually, every no gets you closer to a yes. It's exactly the same in your dating, right? You have to put yourself out there in the dating market. If you're a guy, to meet women, you know, there's going to be some women that you're going to be attracted to, that you may go and approach, and they just may not be into you. They just may not be feeling it, right? But that shouldn't be the thing that stops you from continuing to take action and put in the reps to build the skill set to take advantage of the opportunities that life presents to you to get you closer to winning. Same with business, same with learning a skill set. Trading. I've been trading the financial markets for the last 4 years, right? And I've had a lot of trials and tribulations. I've had a lot of setbacks. I've had a lot of periods where I've had success and then I've taken big losses. And I've had to learn from that. I've had to adapt. I've had to evolve. I've had to develop and grow through that and not quit. So whatever your goals are, wherever you want to go, it's going to take you becoming a new person. It's going to require you to build resilience and persistence to keep going regardless of what life throws at you. But whatever happens to you, there's always going to be another opportunity. An opportunity for you to give yourself another chance. But you have to be acting on those opportunities and not getting in your head about them and talking yourself out of it and telling yourself, you know, you're not ready, or, you know, you're not good enough yet, or whatever your excuse may be, whatever's hurting your ego. You need to drop that shit, because every day that you don't take action on the things that you want in life, the longer you're putting it off and living in this state of frustration because you aren't giving yourself an opportunity to succeed. And it can be quite discouraging sometimes. You may be taking consistent action and just not seeing the results in that area. And you may think to yourself, you know, what the fuck's wrong with me? Why can't I figure this out yet? I understand that frustration. It's not a great state to be in when you're in that place of not knowing why something's not working, and you're putting in the work. But that is really where your character is being built. That is what is building you into the man you need to become to master that particular area of your life. Like building a skill set, building resilience, building competence. That's really what it takes. And when you actually have that breakthrough and you discover that part of you that you've been longing for so long, you think about everything that you've gone through up until this point in your life, and you look back on what it's taken you to get to this point. None of that matters. The pain, the rejection, the setbacks, the loss, none of that fucking matters now, because you've overcome this area of your life now. You've gotten the result that you want. So none of the shit that you've gone through up until this point matters. As a matter of fact, like, you're grateful for it. You're grateful that you've gone through that, and you gave yourself a chance to get the result that you want. You stuck with it when others would have quit. You stayed the course. Even though there were times you doubted yourself, you felt inferior, you lacked the competence, the confidence, but you kept going. And eventually you had that breakthrough. You closed the deal. You learned the skill set. The money started coming in. You met your dream partner. You started the family. You built the physique. And you just look back and you think, fuck me, man. All of that shit that I was so in my head about no longer matters. It doesn't matter anymore. Because you got through it. And God rewards those that are willing to go through the process, are willing to stick with something long enough until they overcome it. It's powerful, man. Because in the moment, when we're going through what we're going through, and we're trying to make change in our life, it can be discouraging at times. And you will reach a point where you think, you know, am I really cut out for this? Is this really who I am? And you'll start talking shit to yourself. That's why you got to be your biggest fan. You got to have your back. And the conversation you have with yourself daily matters more than the conversations that you have with people. The relationship you have with you is really going to make or break you. And during those times of being tested, doing the reps, putting in the work, blood, sweat and tears, getting rejected, having setbacks, getting injured. Like, it's all part of the journey, man. It's all necessary to humble you, to become who you need to become, so that when you reach that point of success, it's going to be a beautiful feeling, man. And none of what you cared about back then is going to matter anymore. It's really not going to fucking matter, because you've mastered it. Or it's not to say you've mastered it, but you've overcome those limiting beliefs, and you took advantage of every opportunity that life presented to you. You stopped talking yourself out of things. You had the entitlement and the self-belief that you knew you deserved more for yourself and your family and those that you love and care for. Just ask yourself, who in your future needs you to succeed and become the best version of yourself as a man? Because quite often we're just thinking about ourselves. We're thinking, oh, you know, I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this so that I can feel better about my life. But who right now in your life or in your future needs you to succeed, needs you to have that breakthrough? They're counting on you. And all these opportunities that present themselves to you in life, you don't act on because you don't feel ready. You don't feel like you're that guy yet. And, you know, perhaps, you know, you act on some of those opportunities and they don't work out. You get rejected, you get turned away, you lose, you get hurt. You let that stop you. But what you don't realise, someone in your life right now, or someone in your future, is counting on you. They want you to succeed. They want you to grow and achieve everything that you want for yourself, not just for you, but for them too. Think about that. Life is going to present opportunities to you every single day. And if you don't give yourself enough opportunities to fail and hurt yourself and learn and grow, you'll never master this area of your life. And you'll never find the opportunities to succeed. Nothing worthwhile in life comes easy, but it does come very simply if you're willing to give yourself a chance. You're willing to keep going and doing the reps regardless. You deserve it. Give yourself a chance today. Decide what you want. Get a good idea of who you need to become in order to achieve it, and keep an eye out for what life presents to you and act on those opportunities that come your way. I hope that this message brought you value. If you're getting value from any of the videos that I posted in this channel and you'd like to see more videos just like this, then drop me a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. I'm fairly new on my journey as a YouTube content creator, and you know, I want to be able to get this message out to more people. It helps the channel grow. So hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your week, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Take care.